go one and waiting. Nagari Nazara, it's a butcher of Biafra, Biafra. Obligini can de merunu, obligini can de merunu. Roya. Aluchuku debube, Aluchineke debube,
For Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do it. We are under divine instruction. We have come that Chukwukika Biama may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without him. O Elohim, Chukwukika Biama Purimihinine, unto thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow your children, IPOB, to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, O mighty one, to fall prey to those who do not know thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if you, Elohim, can deliver Israel, so will you deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake, Biafra will come. Israel lost people, and today Israel is here as a beacon of hope in a land filled with darkness. We beseech thee, Elohim, because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. We have come to honor your holy name. We have come to praise thee. We have come to honor thee, that your name may be glorified, adored, and praised forever and ever. Ise, Ise, Ise.
Good evening, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom across the globe. This is Biafra Radio, and we're reaching you out from United Kingdom. My name is Mazi Umeh. I reside here in UK, North London to be precise, and I'm one of the principal servants of Indigenous people of Biafra here in UK, humbly serving as the North London coordinator. And this evening is Good Evening London with Mazi Umeh, and tonight we have our indefatigable head of finance, Madam Nnennaya, and she's always here to speak to Biafrans concerning the finance. And before she will come into the studio, I have to tell you this evening that today is the 26th. No, today is the 26th day of January of our Lord 2023, and is approximately 12 minutes on top of the hour, 8 p.m. here, United Kingdom, presumably the same 12 minutes on top of 9 p.m. on the Holy Land of Biafra. And today we are going to do justice as we always do. But before we go forward this evening, I need to play Onyendu's voice before Madam Anya will take over. And when she finishes, I'm probably going to read a couple press releases from our special counsel, and we'll call it a night.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Anytime you get a call from our sister Nnennaya, then you know you're in very serious trouble, you have done something wrong. Please make sure that our accounting and our audit is up to date. I do not understand the reluctance of some individuals in the US to remit the money that people have contributed to ESN. I don't understand the reason why you're holding it. I don't know what for. Please. And I have maintained that any account that we have that Nnennaya cannot see, I do not trust that very account. As long as she doesn't see it, I will not trust it. And very, very soon, I will shut down every account that Nnennaya cannot see.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International
is our overall finance officer, IPOB worldwide. And she is a woman of immense integrity and substance. One of the pioneer contributors to Radio Biafra and IPOB before a lot of people came along. Anything she tells me, I believe, is gospel. And everything is properly documented.
So anytime you get a call from our sister Nnennaya, then you know you're in very serious trouble, you have done something wrong. Please make sure that our accounting and our audit is up to date. I do not understand the reluctance of some individuals in the US to remit the money that people have contributed to ESN. I don't understand the reason why you're holding it. I don't know what for. Please. And I have maintained that any account that we have that Nnennaya cannot see, I do not trust that very account. As long as she doesn't see it, I will not trust it. And very, very soon, I will shut down every account that Nnennaya cannot see.
Biafra.
Yes, Madam Anya, we're going to bring Madam Anya from the studio to her to give you what she's got for us this evening. And Madam Anya, please, you need to take the stage now. If you can hear me. She's going to take the stage. Okay, yes, she's here with me. So, Madam Anya, I'll leave the stage for you to address Biafrans.
Okay.
There, well, good evening from here.
Yeah. Thank you, Mazi Umeh, for this for anchoring this program. Good evening, IPOB family members around the world, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. I welcome you all this evening to this live broadcast. Today, the 26th of January, 2024, the day of our Lord, and being a Friday. I welcome you all. My name is Nnennaya. By the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, I am the head of finance of IPOB worldwide. We thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for life, for this day, for seeing this day. We thank him for health. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for the life of our supreme leader, Mazi Umeh, for his family, and for those that are working assiduously in this quest for freedom. I thank all of you. We all know what is going on with our leaders' court case now, file here, file there. But I know that very soon our leader will be released. I'm very sure, positive of that. The Nigerian government should do the needful and release our leader so that he will come home. We need him back home. There's no need, no reason whatsoever for him to remain where he is. Enough is enough. They should release our leader unconditionally. We cannot rest until our leader is free. Before I go on to say what I want to say this evening, I want to commend all those that are still with us, because many are no longer with us. Never mind, they will be shouting the name of our leader. putting on Biafran t-shirts, writing on Facebook and all. They are no longer with us, many of them, and they know themselves. But for those of us that still steadfast, that are with our leader, those of us that have remained consistent, focused, I commend every one of us. As long as you are here, you are doing what Chukwu Abiyama sent you to do, humanitarian work. Here to free your people. All of us will be free, including those of us back home. That's why you are here. And for every one of us that has remained so far till now, and we continue until our leader comes out, Chukwu Abiyama will bless each and every one of us in his own way. It might not be monetary, it might be health, giving you good health, blessing your family. So remain steadfast. Remember, you are carrying your own cross. I am carrying mine. Each and every one of us are carrying our own cross. You are not representing anybody, rather yourself. So what you do, you are responsible for that. We have but just one leader, one supreme leader, Mazi Umeh. Irrespective of where he is, he remains our leader. There is no substitute. Nobody is substituting for him. Therefore, people should know this and know it very well. He remains our leader, and we are waiting for him. He will come out very soon. I also want to use this opportunity to commend all those that are paying their monthly donations or levies to the correct accounts approved by our leader, which I announced on air. Paying your money into any account that is not approved by our leader and I did not announce, it means you are not with us. That brings me to this very important announcement that I want to make tonight. And I want everybody to pay attention. Today being the 26th of January 2024. Everyone in the Directorate of State, irrespective of your position, all finance officers in the finance department, by this I mean financial secretary and treasurer, be it on the national level, zonal level, or unit level, as long as you are IPOB member. All continental reps, all national coordinators, all regional coordinators, all state coordinators around the world, all zonal coordinators, all unit coordinators. If you are in this category that I've just mentioned, and you have been paying your monthly dues since our leader rendition in another account that's not approved by our leader and I did not announce, know it today that your name is well documented. I repeat, everyone in the Directorate of State, all finance officer in the finance department, whether you are a financial secretary or treasurer, be it on the national level or zonal level or unit level, as long as you are an IPOB finance officer, all continental reps, all national coordinators, all regional coordinators around the world, all state coordinators, all zonal coordinators, unit coordinators. If you have been paying your monthly dues or levies all this while, I want you to know that your names have all been documented for future reference. So don't say you did not know. Because here, a lot of people have lost their lives. They are killing us, a lot of bloodshed in Biafra land. Our leader is in DSS because of you and me. So anybody parading themselves as IPOB family member and you are paying to the wrong account, know that your name is somewhere waiting for you. Know that you are not one of us. This is very, very important, because some people think it's just coming on air to talk, or going on Facebook to talk, or sending their tank criers to talk is going to solve any problem. No, your names are somewhere waiting for you, and you will be responsible for the outcome. Because others cannot deprive themselves of luxury, of buying one or two things extra and make payments, and you are there answering names, big names, positions, and you do nothing. Because if you are in IPOB, you must abide by the rules and regulations that governs this noble family, which is our code of conduct. You must follow and abide and carry out the instructions of our leader. When you fail to do this, then you cannot identify yourself as an IPOB, because others cannot be doing your work. Others will not be paying a high price. Our leader will not be in DSS, and people are still dying, and you think we can just sweep it under the carpet. No, your names are somewhere. I say somewhere. National coordinators, all of you, all these names that I've mentioned, nobody will escape it. So take note of this. Another important announcement that I want to make is that we are going to have another IPOB worldwide fundraising approved by our leader, our supreme leader, Mazi Umeh. He approved this fundraising. This will be the third one. The first one, the first worldwide fundraising was hosted by IPOB in the United Kingdom. The second one was hosted by IPOB in Germany. And this third one will be hosted by IPOB United States. It is not a USA fundraising, because some people, mischievous ones, will tell you that it is for USA. Just like the way when UK hosted it, they say it was UK fundraising. No. It's worldwide, from different parts of the world. You are free to join us that day. Our two regional coordinators in the United States, those that are with us, those are the ones I know that are working with us. Mazi Umeh and Mazi Umeh, they will be coming on air very soon to tell Biafrans and to encourage us to join the fundraising. I will also come on air before that. Very soon, the flyers will be out, and it will publish it everywhere on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, everywhere we are. And then that will be followed by the jingle. That one also will be on air. Our broadcasters will be announcing it, playing it from time to time. So expect the two regional coordinators on our Biafra Radio very soon to address Biafrans. I want us all, please endeavor to remember our leader in your prayers every day, no matter how short, few minutes, and remember his family. And all those that are walking in truth and honesty in this, we are almost there. There is light at the end of the tunnel. The question is, are you one of us? Those of us that are making our payments, I commend each and every one of us, because some people think that by now IPOB will be shut down, that nothing will operate anymore. But they forgot one thing, that when Chukwu Abiyama sends you on assignment, he gives you the tools to carry out this assignment. That's why when the Chukwu Okike Abiyama anointed Onyendu, he showed him the way. We will remain here until our leader comes out. We go nowhere. Nnennaya Anya, I go nowhere. I thank you all for listening to me tonight. Our next fundraising will be hosted by IPOB, United States of America. Very soon, it will be announced. I want them to do it themselves because they are the ones that we host it. That's all what I have for tonight, MaziUmeh. I don't know if you have any question or is there any aspect you want me to clarify once again before I logged off? No.
Not at all, Madam Anya. This is your department, and all I can add to this is that Biafran should pay close attention on the announcement you have made, and everybody must follow suit. It doesn't matter whether you like it or not. It's not about you or me. This is what we've been doing, and this is what our leader have said. None of us can question. Like I said, that's why I played our leader's voice before I bring you in. It's not about any individual. Has got nothing to do with us. We are doing what we have. Onyendu said it before even some of us come on board. You've been there. So I will advise people to key in, and I said it over time when I come on air, that there's an exodus going on. Regardless of what people might think, our leader is still in DSS dungeon. That's what matters. And I thank you. I can't thank you enough for your doggedness. And you have made us proud. And we are waiting patiently for the US family to take on board on this hallowed, quest that our leader, because Onyendu saw that must be obeyed. Doesn't matter whether you like it or not. It can be uncomfortable, but we all must key in. Thank you very much, Madam Anya.
Thank you. No, I log off. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, that was Madam Nnennaya. I think so many of us have listened. And this evening, I was trying to, I'm going to read a little bit of quickly before I log off. This is a special announcement from the head of finance. All of us have had it. The first worldwide fundraising was done here in UK and followed suit by Germany, and now it's fall down to the US. As you have heard from the head of finance, IPOB have a structure, and that structure, nobody can circumvent it. Not me, not you. It doesn't matter how I feel or you feel. Everybody must abide on the rules and regulations that our leader have mapped out. That is in our code of conduct. It's a common sense. All of us work. Wherever you work, there's code of conduct that guides you. So some of you talk about DOS. DOS, the most valuable DOS you can think about is Madam Nnennaya. I want to make it abundantly clear this evening. The most valuable DOS you can ever imagine in your lifetime. That is one thing I said. Every single one of them they campaigned vigorously against Madam Nnennaya because they knew that she was the rock of ages of our finance. To make sure they destroy. And what was the agenda? Make sure you knock off IPOB finance so Mazi Umeh will get frustrated that he won't get enough finance. Make sure you hijack the radio that he suffered and sleep in the street of London so that he will be frustrated. This is the agenda. Forget about what they're saying. I want to see some people tweet him. Don't worry. You see, we don't talk about inconsequential individuals on this platform. I have a time to talk about it. I see a lot of things they are tweeting, but let me say this. I said, probably understand my words. I said, on the both side of the aisle. The both side of the aisle, all of them, they were both on this. When they started campaigning against IPOB, today some people are sitting there, they don't work anymore, they are collecting monthly salaries. Based on our imbecilic way of life, and our people have forgotten that this is not about me or you. It's important people understand where we're coming from. People said, I said this the other day. Do you know how Mazi Umeh can survive? How does he talk about his medical? How does his medical goes on? How does he? Do you know? For 2 years and almost 7 months now, majority of you have not paid your monthly due. Instead of giving it to people that are having fun, because they told you that IPOB, Madam Nnennaya have stolen money, and all this while, have you asked them what they're doing with the money you have given to them? Very, very important. And like I said, I'm definitely going to read a couple. There's a particular. I'll upload it on my next program because I'm using a different device on this program, especially whenever I'm on Biafra Radio. It's a different software and device that I'm using. So Alpha Power Media is quite different. So I can only read what I have on my desk right now, based on our special counsel and still going on our leader. So I want you to pay close attention, because at the end of the day, it is not about how we feel and we claiming that we are freedom fighter. People are saying, how are you going to get Biafra? Shouting on your own comfort zone, or carrying one AK-47, killing people and running away, and the zoo will come and massacre our people. This is not the formation we want to restore Biafra with. We said it from onset. It is very, very clear. And some of you now, just opposing and trying to do referendum in another man's land. All these things does not wash. I said it loud and clear. Take it to bank. What we are doing here, as our head of finance have announced, you have to pay close attention. Without Maz, Additional have said it, and I will say it tonight. Anybody somewhere telling you they are walking on the ground based on the onion being held, let me say this to you. Do you know that those people that are making all these innuendos, right? They are the people that knew what happened to Mazi Umeh, number one. Number two, they have been walking on the ground because they want to union the debt at all costs. Additional have told you, the special advisor to the dead Buhari, told you they could have, but they know the consequences. But this individual, they told you they are walking on the ground. They question everything. They redo everything Onyendu have suffered and Biafrans died for. That tells you all you need to know. The evidence is so enormous that some of us are too very, very blindfolded that we cannot see. They tell you that they are on the ground walking. But everything they do is to jeopardize the effort that people are making. If anybody comes out and speak about Mazi Umeh, you see them like a mad backing dogs. You see people traveling back home, IPOB members. Onyendu parents died, Mazi Umeh couldn't go back home. But I can see today, people went back home. They got security from the same zoo. The people that sold our leaders, evidently, everybody can see it. The same people, like I said, when they told they are walking underground, 15th of December 2023, they told you Onyendu was going to court. They want to ignite violence. They have come and told you that Mazi Umeh has been poisoned. They tell people to come out the street to start burning houses because they want insurrection in our land, so they will have reason to kill Mazi Umeh in the DSS dungeon. Everything they have done is contrary to what IPOB stands for. One or two times you see them buy 2 cows and go and kill them in one bush in Enugu State, saying this is ESN, Ebonyi State Commander. All these things are nonsense. This is not what ESN. Onyendu said, no activity of ESN must show on social media. Remember this word whenever you see this idiot. Some of you are reposting this garbage. You think we have a play? Now, of course, we know. I don't need pen and pen or write something. I remember everything is in my head. Not activity of ESN must be showed on social media. It is a standing order. A standing order. All these people you see, they show uniform and give them to come on social media. They try to justify the money they have stolen. They say that Madam Nnennaya 2015, 16, 17, only 18. I will play that audio tomorrow because we're coming to Italian family tomorrow. I will play the audio of our leader in America after 2015, 16, 17. about our defense fund. They say Onion stole $1 million. What happened at the end of the day? Everything boiled down to finance and radio. They use our radio to kill people. They come to the radio. The same radio that Mazi Umeh went bankruptcy in this country, lost his home, sleep in his car in Tesco in this country. That is where they went and started castigating Mazi Umeh and mocking his dead parents. Very, very important to understand the direction we are going. Now, I will read the publication of our special counsel. Very important. Quickly before I exit tonight, there's not much to talk about. I have another program tomorrow. So it is not easy. Some of you might think this is a joke. It's not a joke. This is a massive job that we are doing, but we have to do it because we have a sign for this. He said in Federal Republic of Nigeria versus Mazi Umeh, he said the Supreme Court held that the respondent, Nnamdi Kanu, was on bail and therefore in custody of the law when his home was illegally invaded by the heavily armed military officers of the appellant Federal Republic of Nigeria, causing him to flee from his home. And somebody don't know what happened that day, or 14th of September 2017, because they started this thing because we are watching closely. I think it started from this 14, 15, 16, the 17 now on a broad daylight. They couldn't hold themselves anymore. They asked them to go in. 28 men fought in that house. Jack was involved. That's 29 inhuman. The two parents of Mazi Umeh, they kind of flee. A king of a village flee. He doesn't want to live in Germany with his wife. They went to Germany. Both of them broken-hearted, died because of this. And they were brought home in coffin. And people are still talking. So when people, what happened is something, 28 men was gone down, including Jack and the two parents in counting, causing him to flee his home and the country to secure his life. In the face of such an attack, it was responsible for him to flee to secure his life, of course, and physical and well-being. That is one thing to do. Our people say that there's only three that will hear they will kill him and stand there waiting for him to be cut down. Our leader ran for his dear life because they brought a platoon of military in our leader's house with armored personal carrier in our leader's house. RPGs, everything that was fired on that day. That's why I said, whenever you talk about media warrior, go and remember Somtom. Somtom was the man that covered. We were live watching on Facebook. That's why when I hear men yapping, he's calling yourself media warrior. Who made you media warrior? Yeah, we heard of Somtom is on Twitter. The real IPOBs are quiet. If you're doing something, you don't need to make noise. That is what any normal and reasonable human being will do in the circumstances to preserve his life and physical well-being. It is granted that the consequences of the attack were intended or foreseeable. This is not arguable. The appellant official knew that their invention of the respondent's home caused him to run away. Of course, we know what is happening. Britain is involved. They are the masterminders. Every single individual that questioned the power that be, even in America, Martin Luther King was killed. Kwame Nkrumah, every single one of them, Bob Marley, we understood all of this. But this era is quite different because Onyendu was actually prophesied by Nostradamus. Some of you don't know this, to secure his life and physical, to secure well-being. And during these proceedings and the pending criminal case against him, they applied that his bail be revoked because he was given stringent bail not to say anything. They want to buy him over. Our leader said no. That warrant for his arrest be issued and his sureties fulfill their, respectable bail bond, which is Abaribe was haunted then. We understand all these things. And that his trial in his absence be recorded because he had jumped bail. But ironically, all these things was happening in court. The person that purportedly to supposed to defend our leader did not file counter motion about what transpired has now been put in black and white. The person that was actually supposed to be defending our leader then could not do anything. But the Federal Republic of Nigeria was building cases about our leader flee. The man was all over the place, receiving an award and giving, preponderant on some interviews. But he never filed official document in Bintanyaku's court to encounter what this man has been plotted against our leader. In court, remember this. In his absence, but he has a lawyer, he has a so-called attorney then. They did absolutely nothing. Because the day they mentioned that in the court, Bintayaku threw them away because he was not officially filed in her court for 3.5 years to 4 years. That is the most ironic thing I ever had in my entire life. And all that because he jumped a bail and it is not in a court to stand his trial. But they knew that their illegal action made it impossible for him, made it impossible for the respondent, Nnamdi Kanu, to be in court for his trial. In a situation such as this one, where the prosecution has taken extrajudicial action against the defendant in a pending criminal case, brought by it and made it impossible for the defendant who is on bail to be in court for his or her trial. Onyendu said he's coming to Abuja with 2 million men, and all of them, they were shitting on their pants. We remember that Onyendu told them he's coming to Abuja with 2 million men because they know what happens anytime Onyendu comes to court. And Buhari has no choice than to take, this is suicidal. What they did was suicidal on the highest level. Because if Britain wasn't the architect of this whole plot, of course they won't keep quiet. They know what to do. It has never happened anywhere. But the one thing you must understand is the Mazi Umeh is undeniable. Because people, all the attempts that made in Onyendu's life, remember when he was in Kuje prison, I'm still reading what I'm reading here. They shot canister in his, our leader is asthmatic. They shot canister in his cell. That's what I told people. Maybe story they tell us about Daniel in the dying. We read all these things. Some of us believe that all these things are fictions and all that, but you can see it manifesting in our faces now. Some of us will not grasp that this is actually because of this one man. All this story has been told. You can take it the other way around, but I'm telling you what I witnessed. This is what I would tell my kids before I join my ancestors. We have to keep this part before us. Now, he goes forward to say that a case brought, it's made impossible for the defendant who is on bail to be in court or he or her. It is wrong to treat such defendant as having from prosecution or running to avoid prosecution in the pending criminal case in the respect of which he was granted bail. The respondent did not intentionally and knowingly failed to appear in court. Of course, we know it was therefore wrong and malicious for the appellant, which is the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Britain, that had caused the respondent Nnamdi Kanu to flee from his home and country to secure his life, and that had therefore caused him unavoidable absence from court, to inform and thereby deceive the trial court that the respondent has jumped bail on the basis of this deception. The appellant applied to try called for order revoked the respondent's bail, forfeiting the amount, securing the bail bond of his sureties, and other issues a bench warrant for his arrest. It is grasping from the record of the proceeding in the trial court that it grants that said order prayed for by the appellant with knowledge of the fact that the respondent's absence from the court was caused by the invasion of his home by army officers of the appellant, of course. Therefore, the trial court knew that the said extrajudicial and illegal action of the appellant made it impossible for the respondent to be in court for his trial, that the respondent's absence is not intentional or deliberate absence, and that the respondent is not running from persecution or running to avoid persecution in the light of the foregoing. The trial court acted unfairly and without rational and legal justable basis by its decision revoking the respondent's bail, forfeiting the amount, securing the bail bond of his sureties, and it is ordered issue a bench warrant for his arrest. The orders were made on the basis of the false assumption that the respondent jumped bail, which is lie. Everybody just is narrating in here. It was on basis of the orders of arrest of the respondent obtained under the false pretense that he jumped bail, that his extradition and rendition from Kenya was carried out. Based on this shenanigan, quote verbatim, Pa Emmanuel A. Ajim, Justice of the Supreme Court, on page 10 to 13 of his concurring judgment, 15th December 2023. I have to read it verbatim because it is quite impressive and important that our special counsel, Aloy Jimako, have diligently pursued to do his dealing duties on IPOB and our leader, and we must accord him for that. Like I said, I read this because it's important. I think it was issued to yesterday evening, So, and every Sunday understood what is going on. Like I said, those said they are working underground. They are underground, they are working is to make sure Mazi Umeh is being eliminated. But I thank God that additional have exposed them. So the world should be alert, because Onyendu did not jump bail, as they quote. If they have any iota, like even additional and narrated that Onyendu should go and defend himself, now in the court. So the case that has been squashed 7 counts now has been reversed back from the basics. So what does that mean? We understood all of this. Like I said, Mandela spent 27 years in prison, but we will be telling them what their agendas are. Like we said, we set out an agenda for ourselves, not them setting an agenda for us. But we must be wary of those that have infiltrated us. Because right now, you can't trust anybody. And by action, you will see position people have taken. Majority now is in their slumber because they believe they told them that Mazi Umeh will not make it. We had this on 2016, 15, 16. I remember our former coordinator here in London. I remember when I approached him, there was an issue. He said, George, don't worry, you see something is going to happen. Because then they recorded Onyendu's conversation. When Onyendu addressed us in UK here, they would give it to DSS. That was before the Rwandans. I'll mention his name tonight. This is what they were running with them. That was the ransom they're holding everybody there. That they're going to give DSS that Onyendu is from prison running IPOB. That's why they kept him in DSS dungeon. We know all this. That's the reason why they hate now in DSS dungeon. Nothing else. Because some of what this riffraff is seeing, because they know. They made it difficult for people to get access to our leader. That's it. The guy told me, oh, George, don't worry. I said, my brother, nothing will happen. And I so told him nothing happened. And since then, after that incident, I never heard of him. He's a good man. I always talk about him. He's a good man, but the same thing has repeated himself. The majority of them now that have seen the light, they know, but the shame will not let them knew that they made me. Like in UK here, a lot of guys, I was flabbergasted when I found out they were actually aiding and abetting. I was like, what the heck is going on here? Is this guy's for real though? This is not a joke. People have given up their ghost. Our leader has been held 2 months and 2 years and 7 months on counting, and they think I'm gonna be coming here, I'm laughing out with you. Of course not, mate. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the most important thing here we all must not forget is that Mazi Umeh can still remain in the DSS dungeon. It does not matter how long he is there. One thing is certain. What we are asking for, we're going to get it. Regardless what anybody might think. This is a promise. For some of you that have misled, some people are saying, you know, because there's so many, Onyendu said it, that we will have array of, you know, battles before us, within and outside. Some of us didn't understand what Onyendu was saying. And he asked us to go out and watch the enemy at the gate. Like I said again, I will reiterate again, the both sides of the eye, none of them are interest of Mazi Umeh. Some of them, when they think they say, oh, now we don't talk about Mazi Umeh. These are the people that were telling before, do not use Mazi Umeh's name. They climb the ladder with Onyendu's name. They think now they have arrived. Because themselves, they believe that Mazi Umeh will not make it alive. They say, oh, now we're not associating with IPOB and Mazi Umeh. Why was you fighting for something you knew you're not part of from the beginning? Because all of them were in the same thing. They all take different contracts. Because our money in America, they all share it together. Umeh account, they share the money together. These people cannot be, you know, you can't talk about one without another and watch their attitude and their approach, because all of them have come openly and you know, and disobey Mazi Umeh, flouted Mazi Umeh order publicly. So there's nothing on this earth, I've said it, none of this individual, what even to me, the poo I put in my toilet is more valuable than many of these individuals. This is me telling you this. Because if it's any of them, I will not budge. But one thing is certain, that none of these individuals will live to see what will happen. And all of them have incurred costs upon their generation. But this is not a joke. I must have to tell you this. And like I said, may Chukwu Kabiyama continue to give us that wisdom and understanding, you know, because there's nothing else we can do. And like I said, we have had our head of finance. Tonight was for finance, but I need to read this press release and, you know, encourage ourselves. We ought to stay steadfast and do the right thing. And when Onyendu have spoken, this is the order from our leader. You know, we can see now that those that you can see them, some of them were heading party on bad day, they were throwing money. They came close to Onyendu to make firm. It's fine. You can go with it. But you know what? You know, one thing that is certain in this world, that truth, it can always stand the test of time. And the time will expose the lie. Because every single lie we tell, it requires another 100 or 200 to cover it up. That is why they have their so-called media rats. But now, you can see them falling apart, because now they're exposing their agendas they have already set out for their own selves. We're still here. We ain't going nowhere. It's not about the crowd, but it's about the reality and fact on what we believe upon. Very, very important. Like I said, may Chukwu Kabiyama continue to give us wisdom and understanding. And most importantly, may him, Okike, that have called our leader, continue to give him that strength and guide him. And most importantly, may he incubate him and his entire generation. And it's from me from here. It's good evening from London.